Peace and love, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. And I promise you guys, this one right here, yeah, this one is gonna be a banger. If you're a first time watcher, thank you. I appreciate your time, and I'm sure at the end of the video you would have learned a thing or two. Alright guys, let's take a look at what we're gonna be creating. This is my own version of it, guys. Now before we get started, let me just share exactly where I got the inspiration from to even create this video. Now let's just go to the Coke Studio Africa YouTube page, which is a pretty cool page, by the way. If you have time, just check it out, guys. And I saw this animation. Let me just play it back. I saw this and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Let's try and recreate that. Alright, let's create a new composition, and I'm gonna name mine Coke Studio. 10 seconds should be fine. Okay, let's start by creating a text layer. Coke Studio, and you can name yours whatever you like, guys. Now I just need to align everything. Go to window, align, left align everything. Let's change the color. Maybe that'll be like a bright red. Alright, let's copy everything. Control V to paste it, and just make sure that your text fills the entire comp, guys. You'll understand why in just a moment. Cool, we have our text ready. Now the effect we're going to use is CC cylinder, and that's how it looks by default. And there's a lot you can do with this, guys, but I'll show you more stuff in the future. The first thing I like doing is to ramp up the ambient to 100%. I don't want any shadows, but if you love your shadow, you can keep them in and it'll create a different effect each time. Just play around with it. You just want to focus on the rotation of everything. Set that to 90, and we're just gonna animate the X position or the X rotation. Jump about a second forward, add your first keyframe, jump a few frames forward, and just rotate it back. The angle is completely up to you. You can use your own discretion. I just like having it this way. Now I'm just gonna select our keyframes, both the X and the Z position. We're gonna easy ease them. So that it flows beautifully. That looks about right. Now we're just gonna animate the Y rotation, and we're going to use an expression, the time expression, and this is just gonna animate continuously throughout the whole timeline. And the lower the number, the slower it'll move, the higher the faster. Expressions are really amazing, guys. They're a time saver. Okay, let's go back to our comp, and the assets that I have are the Coke liquid and just the Coke logo, but you can use anything you like. Just scale it down just to match the text. Okay, that's about right. Just lower the opacity just to see what's happening behind it. Turn that into a 3D layer, and we're only going to focus on the rotations, the X, the Y, and the Z. Now let's add the first 3 keyframes, move forward, and the goal here is just to match the perspective of the text. I'm just gonna find a way to rotate it so that it fits well. Move it up slightly until you get a position that you prefer. Let's easy ease them. Drag the right keyframe to get a nice smooth ending. But now our position is off. Let's fix that. Shift P for position, add a keyframe. Jump towards the end, add another keyframe. And let's just align it back to where it was. Around here should be fine. Select them both, easy ease them. Try the right keyframe for a nice ramp. And we have our effect. Cool. Can move that up slightly, because now we just want to create a different effect. Move it down, drag that in. Cool. That's looking really nice. Okay, let's drag our liquid in. Let's scale it up so it fits nice. Let's move the anchor point to the bottom. I'll explain why in a moment. Rotate it and just find the perfect position. Okay, that's about right. Now we just need to make sure that the liquid stays in the center, and the best way to do that is to duplicate the layer, place it above, set the render to outside, and you'll have a winning formula. Now we just need to animate the scale of this. Start it at 0, easy ease. Create the ramp, and it should scale up at this point. Cool. This looks really nice. We're just gonna adjust the keyframes. So that we close the circle at the end. Just gonna copy a few of these keyframes. And paste it in so that we can close it. Easy the keyframes. And it'll close back. Okay, that looks good. Now let's just create the cool little liquid effect I had in the background. And for this, we're gonna use CC Mercury, which is not a plugin, it just comes with After Effects. And this effect is also pretty powerful. There's a lot you can do with it, but for now we just need to create like a cool little burst liquid effect. Let's turn down the gravity, reduce the depth blob size, and that should create a cool little liquid background effect. That looks pretty cool. Okay, now we're gonna pre-compose everything. Just call it final comp, and let's animate the beginning, scale it down, use the keyframes and drag the left frame to create a cool ramp, and it's gonna scale it in and turn. Yeah, that looks good. Great, now let's just create a cool little light effect using the CC light rays on an adjustment layer, and place it whatever you like. Just decrease the intensity, and let's just animate the intensity to come on as the liquid pops up. Tone it down. Nice. Just gonna let it fade off towards the end. So it comes in. Shuts down. Nice. Now I just wanna adjust a few keyframes of the position to drag it down a little bit, and that should be fine. Awesome. And we've reached the end of our video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you gain any insight, please share and like, because more content is on the way. I appreciate your time, and remember, don't rush your greatness. Peace and love, guys. Cheers.